This is the beautiful sunrise from our campsite at Buzzard's Roost in the southern part of Hoosier National Forest. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Adventures with Heckenback. We shared more about this campsite and some other campgrounds in the area in previous videos that we'll link in the description. Today will be our last day in this area, and we're excited to get out and do some exploring. We have a few places pinned on our maps that we want to check out, and I'm sure we'll find some others along the way. But of course, we need coffee and breakfast first.
Getting ready to have breakfast and watching the tugboat push a barge down the river.
After a peaceful, relaxing breakfast overlooking the river, we hopped in Heckenback and headed out to explore.
Just watch for them potholes in the shadows.
I try. I try to look ahead. My world's to my right. They should write that in a country song, you know?
I think they have. Hi, dear.
Yeah, bookends.
Bookends. Oh, you could have crossed with your friend. Now, my friend. That's why we're on opposite sides of the road.
Hey, Ezekiel!
A few miles from the campsite, we came across this 2-track that we decided to explore. This is all still forest land, so we were surprised to see this fenced-off lot.
Permit. Private property. Wonder how that works.
We double-checked all our maps, and it's showing all of this as federal land. If anyone has an idea of what's going on there, let us know in the comments. We're curious.
Just somebody's buddy. Cemetery.
Oh, wow.
The cemetery is completely unmarked. There was no name anywhere, and it didn't show up on Google Maps, but there's some really interesting old headstones in here. It's always sad when you come across headstones like these.
So I would say they have probably been, somebody has replaced old headstones with new ones, obviously. Like these aren't from 1914. So far, the newest one I found is 1976, 1898. So Willie, 9 years old. Elsie, 1, just 1 year. And Gertrude, 1 year. Wow. They had and so this is probably mom and dad right here. Lucy and William. Yeah. Is that young over there too?
Yes, Stella P. Died in 76. 19.
So I wonder if that was born 1895. Oh, so I wonder if that was their child as well. Child that lived. September the 7th, 1860, gone home. The month of May, 1899. Daughter of A. Masterson and E. Masterson. Henry T. Grant. Oh, and then here's another one like that. I once was young and gay like you. Sometime you will be like me.
George
Masterson.
A. Masterson.
War? Does that say? Oh, was born. The S is backwards. Was born in the year of our Lord, July the 31st, 1864. Went home June the 5th, maybe, 1897. How interesting.
We spent a little more time exploring headstones and then picked up some trash and sticks that were laying about before we headed out of the forest and into the little town of Magnet.
Residences.
Yeah, because now we're out of the lodge at
Vacation
Buzzard's
cabin
Roost.
rental.
Oh, nice. Look at that deck. Ooh.
Magnet is mainly a residential community, although there is a bar/restaurant called Betty Ray's Landing that has pretty good reviews. We also saw several cabins and houses for rent as we drove through the area. We stopped for a few minutes at this little waterfront park. This park would be a great place to watch barges go by.
Oh, this is pretty, though.
Then we continued on to our first planned stop of the day, but almost missed it because we were watching buzzards fly over the river.
Memorial. Oh, back. Stop.
This is a memorial for 10 Union soldiers who lost their lives as they were headed home from service when the steamer they were on ran aground and the boiler exploded. It's kind of an interesting reminder to us. We travel so freely of how much more dangerous and difficult travel used to be. We hit some gravel roads as we made our way over to the Ohio Scenic Byway and came across a few photo ops. We love old buildings and always stop to take pictures. Do be aware that purple paint means no trespassing private property, and we always stay on the road.
Derby Market, beer, ice, groceries. So this is Derby.
Derby is a bigger community than Magnet, and there appeared to be quite a few short-term rentals here as well, and several places where you could pull off to access or just view the Ohio River.
Derby Tavern. That could be a good place. General store.
Truck.
Oh, the truck. Ford. Old Ford. Yep, right here.
We were headed to Rainbow Lake because we thought that was someplace that we could go in and drive back to this lake way back in the back. So we wanted to check that out.
Derby Market. Rainbow Lake Recreation Area. No overnight camping here.
As you'll see, all the roads back in are all closed off. We didn't realize it at the time because we were just looking at the map. This used to be a former quarry. And so now it's been turned into a fishing, boating, canoeing, kayaking, and apparently a swimming lake as well. So you can boat back in or hike back in, and there is swimming Apparently, it's an area that there are cliffs back there, and a lot of people do cliff jumping. But there have been several deaths as well. So I'm not sure if it's closed for cliff jumping or, they're just recommending that people not do it because it's not safe to do it. But that wasn't something that we realized until we came and saw all the roads were closed and then started to do some research. It looks like a beautiful area to fish and boat, though. If we had realized at the time that it was a former quarry, we probably would have hiked back in a little ways just to check it out. Instead, though, we headed down the road to another little section of Hoosier National Forest. Water crossing! This is one of the trailheads for the German Ridge Trail System, which is an area with about 24 miles of multi use trails. So they're open to hikers, backpackers, horses, even bikes. Horses and bikes both have to have permits, though. We weren't planning to do any serious hiking. It was pretty cold and drizzly this day, but we had seen some pictures of a waterfall area not too far from the trailhead. So that's where we're headed. Horses, mounting your horses. Okay.
worst that could happen, I was going to get wet. Yeah, but you're here to rescue me. It's not like it's that deep or anything. Now the question is, can I get back out of here?
We noticed on the map that the German Ridge Cemetery was right down the road, so we decided to stop there also. It can be hard to tell how steep things are in a video, but this road is pretty steep. This area is called German Ridge because Germans settled here in the 1840s and built a thriving community. Most of the headstones here are quite old, just like the ones we saw in the previous cemetery. There are a few recent headstones, though, also.
So that's private property.
See the orange stake?
Yep. Some more youngs.
Oh, name young.
Mm-hmm. Think they're related to the other youngs. Oh, this is a new one. 2020. Oh, that's an interesting one. I mean, the moss growing on it and everything, but like it's pretty. Okay, see if we can make it back up this hill. Oh, that one's a pretty one. Like almost a, hope is our anchor.
To see at the bottom.
Oh, I don't know, that's in German too. Anybody reads German?
We started our sightseeing in this video with a cemetery, and I think we'll end this video on this cemetery. But there are a lot more interesting things to see in southern Hoosier. Be sure to join us in the next video. We'll pick up where we left off, sharing some interesting and unexpected Ohio River history, a little more of some of the hidden treasures of Hoosier National Forest, and then we'll head over to the Rickenbaugh House to explore its history. We'll wrap up the day in the town of Jasper, where we'll have what else besides German fare. Thank you so much for joining us on this adventure, and we'll see you in the next video.